Okay friends, so we are at Table Rock State Park, and as you can see, we are getting ready to leave the campsite to go on an afternoon excursion. Not sure what all we're going to see. We're hoping to go by the visitor center. We hear it's really good. We want to go across the dam to look at the lake, and who knows from there, right? Wherever the road leads us. That's wherever right. Jody decides to drive and park this thing.
Yellowstone?
So, Yellowstone.
Don't tempt me.
What is that they always say? I want to go to Disney World.
That's right.
No.
I want to go to Harry Potter World.
Yeah, Harry Potter World. No, we're in Missouri. So wherever we end up right now in Missouri and the Branson area will be just fine. The sun came out. We're both very happy that the sun came out because we've been walking around with a little bit of chilly weather, not super bad, and a little bit of wind, but today it is nice. All right, so I'll turn you guys off until we see something we think you might like. Okay, so there's our campsite, and we left a tablecloth so people would know that that's our spot. Give you a little view of this road leaving the park. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I was going to say, just about. There's the visitor center, but we're going to go across first.
We're going to go across first and then come back to the visitor center here. And right there's the city limit sign for Branson. I told you guys that the park was very close to Branson. Alright, so we have a lake on that side. And then as we go across the dam here, it says Table Rock. And then off to this side, you can see that there's an electric power plant down there. And that helps to power Branson, Missouri. I'd rather look at the lake park though. So this is the dam that crosses Table Rock Lake.
When we come back, you can get those.
Yes.
That's why I wanted to go across and go back.
Yes. They have a beach down off of it too. Looks like Moonshine Beach. They have a large showboat called the Branson Belle that does cruises on this big lake. Beautiful place up here, it really is. Yes. Now we're getting the lake view side. Very pretty. us crossing the dam here. Because I like their sign that says Table Rock. And then we are coming up onto the visitor center. It's got glass facing out towards the lake there. Hopefully you'll be able to see it a little bit better once I get there. We go. Isn't that pretty, guys? Hey, can you go real slow for just a sec? Alright, and there's the sign for it. Okay.
Try to get off the road.
Yeah, I got it. Hello, family and friends. So, Jody and I are at the Table Rock Dam Visitor Center, and we're going to go in and take a look. It's a really nice visitor center. It's really got a lot of really cool exhibits in there. So let's go on in and take a look. All right. And over there's the dam. And then across the dam, up on the hill, is that chateau that we were just at. And now we're going to walk on up and take a tour of the visitor center. I have been in this visitor center with my brother, and it's really nice. It's a large visitor center. You don't always find them quite this big.
Just outside Branson, Missouri.
All right, so we're at the visitor center and we're getting ready to go in. Okay, so we are on the White River. And right there is Table Rock Dam, Table Rock Lake. This is a large mural that shows how the White River forms this. Oh, there's Bull Shoals. We've been there too.
Authorization of Bull Shoals Dam and Table Rock Dam on the White River was added in 1941. The Corps of Engineers was given a mission on the White River and other waterways like it to carry out a comprehensive plan of aid to navigation and flood control. White River Watershed.
The Boston Mountains in northwest Arkansas are the source of the White River. We went through the Boston Mountains. It flows north to Missouri, loops back down through Arkansas, meeting up with many other rivers before joining the Mississippi River. Did not know that when we were going through the Boston Mountains, but it is the source of the White River, which makes up this lake. So on the floor here, they have an outline of the White River. It's almost like a maze. There's a branch that goes off that way. There's Kimberly City. You can see the river's getting wider. And then here is Table Rock Dam. So inside the visitor center, they have different little sections set up, and this is the First Peoples of the Ozarks. And here's a timeline. The Table Rock Dam was built for several reasons. One of them including flood control, and then the secondary reason was for electric power.
Homes, businesses, and farmland throughout the river basin are being severely damaged or destroyed by rising water. Throughout the area, residents are fleeing with only what they can.
The dam construction was launched in 1954 and was completed 5 years later.
Relief workers provide food and shelter.
So 1954.
Downstream along the Mississippi are dealing with even worse flooding.
Over 50 years of flood damage reduction.
The Red Cross, National Guard, Coast Guard, and Navy are helping with rescue and relief.
And then, of course, besides flood control, we have the hydropower. And it looks like the Southwestern Power Administration markets the power produced here at Table Rock. All right, so shepherding the White River trout. And this shows some of the trout you can find. It looks like there's the rainbow and the brown. And some of the other fishing here off of the Table Rock Lake include the walleye, channel catfish, bluegill, paddlefish, very unique fish, flathead catfish, black crappie, and white crappie. And then we have the smallmouth bass, the spotted bass, the largemouth bass, and the white bass. The wonders of the Ozarks. All right. We have this huge billboard type sign. It says Ozarks Marine. And these are the invasive species. My shadow on the way. Northern snakehead, I saw a documentary about them. The zebra mussels. the emerald ash borer, feral hogs, gypsy mops, carp, and then here is some that have been gone from the Ozarks. Elk. It has been 150 years since elk have been seen in the Ozarks due to overhunting and habitat destruction. Rocky Mountain elk were reintroduced to Arkansas in 1981 and Missouri in 2010. Oh, that's cool. And then here are some of the Ozarks threatened and endangered species in need of protection. We have quite a few, so I won't name them all. Looks like we have a few bats. The gray bat, the Indian bat, Indiana bat, the Ozark big-eared bat. We have some asters, flowers, the Ozark cavefish, Mead's milkweed, some clovers. Yep, very, very cool. And then back here in this section is just a really cool wildlife type habitat set up where land and water meet. Raccoon, wild turkey. Jody and I saw some wild turkey as we were heading out of Oklahoma. Bobcat. Copperhead. Yeah. Poison snake. Beautiful snake, but poisonous. Prickly pear cactus. The greater roadrunner. We do have some glades here in the Ozarks. All right, very cool. So they have up this electric experiment. It says, how much energy do you think it will take to power these common household items? One, you choose your item and then you turn the generator. Jody tried this earlier, and the only one that we could get to work was the blender, even though the light bulb was smaller wattage. So we think that the rest of these must be burned out. But we did get the blender to go. So it's push to exit. So we're going to walk out here on this patio. Take a look at the dam from out here. It has a nice pathway here. Jody decided to get me out so we can take a walk. There's our RV up there in the parking lot. I'm so glad it turned into such a beautiful day. This morning it was a bit nippy, but oh my goodness, this is just gorgeous out here. This is a pretty view. So the city across the lake there, that is Branson, Missouri. So if you would want to visit Branson or Silver Dollar City, which is another popular attraction in this part, and you want to do it camping, come to Table Rock State Park. I think Silver Dollar City is only 8 miles from Table Rock, and Branson is right. I mean, we're in the city limits of Branson, even though we're on the outskirts of it. You can't really tell you're in the city because you'd have to cross the dam to get to it. pavilion. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and walk on up this sidewalk, and I'll turn you back on when we get down to the dock. So these are just the administrative offices. I want to show you these beautiful daffodils over here though. Hello.
How are you?
Good, thank you. Look at those beautiful flowers. Of course, we are a little bit further south now. We're right on the Missouri-Arkansas state line. So it's a little bit further south, and the flowers down here have already started blooming. It says here, these gardens are a joint partnership between the Corps of Engineers and the Master Gardeners of the Ozarks through the University of Missouri Extension. The gardens are maintained and cared for by the Master Gardeners of the Ozarks. I mean, just look at these flowers. They're beautiful. That's a really nice little area there, too. The administrative offices of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. It smells nice out here too. So if you come on down here, you have a boat dock. Courtesy boat dock. There's a nice view of the dam and the lake in Branson. Now when Steve and I were here one evening, we actually saw the Branson Belle, which is the large showboat, go through that middle stream out there. Those waves sound so nice. So the only thing about walking down a hill is then you have to walk up a hill. All right, meet you guys at the RV. All right, so we made it back. Good job walking, guys. I know it's been much easier for me. I know after my weight loss surgery, I've lost 75 pounds so far, and it's really made a big difference in my walking.